Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. So, basically what we are going to be doing today is trying some of the Easter candy I got. So, yeah, we're gonna go from the smallest to the biggest. So, yeah, let's get started. So, actually, I haven't even tried all of these candies before. Some I have, some I haven't. But, yeah. So, first up, it's very tiny. I told you we were going smallest to biggest. So first up, we have this, like, it's so tiny. Yeah, that is what it looks like in my hand. This really tiny, huh? Yeah. So that's why I'm saying this one's very tiny. Why am I trying so hard to open this? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's kind of hard at first, and then it gets softer. I don't know. I've had these before, kind of forgot what they taste like. I kind of like them, but yeah. Now we are moving on to the next biggest thing, which is this. I actually had these literally like yesterday. So I know what they taste like, but to show you guys, yeah. Here it is. It comes in this, if you have never had one before. But who hasn't had one? Literally Reese's eggs, not Reese's eggs, just Reese's are pretty popular. So, yeah, let's get started. Alright, so what they are basically is chocolate like peanut butter surrounded in chocolate, and they're very soft. That's the best way to explain it, I guess. Yeah. And I won't be eating like every bit of all these candies because it is a lot of candy. A peanut butter filled egg. So this is like a huge and more detailed version of the Reese's. I think I've tried one of these a long time ago, but yeah. Alright, so it's basically a hard chocolate egg. It was so hard that I didn't get much of the peanut butter, but it was pretty okay. It's not my favorite out of all these candies. Okay, Peeps. And I know what you're thinking, it's just Peeps. Why are you trying them? Because it's coffee flavored Peeps. Yeah, I know, it's weird. And I like Peeps a lot. But yeah, it smells so much like coffee. I wish you could just smell it. And if you don't know, I love coffee. Alright, so it actually does taste like coffee, like something I would actually go to Starbucks and get or something. I really like it. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Now, this one I have been waiting for. I'm so excited for it. We're gonna keep this Peeps thing going with a Peeps marshmallow stick. The reason I want to try it so much is because it's cotton candy flavored, and I'm excited to see what Peeps' cotton candy flavor tastes like. So yeah. After so much work, I got it open. It smells so good. It actually smells like something I know would be cotton candy flavored. It smells like cotton candy. So yeah, in the back it's pretty blue. In the front it's kind of blue. Let's try this. Now that's good. That's real good. I love it. Okay. So it's good. Doesn't really taste like cotton candy that much, but it's really good. Kinda tastes like Peeps. A little bit tastes like cotton candy, but yeah. You can also eat it like this. Very good. Next we have, I feel like I should just bring these in together because they're basically the same exact thing. Yeah. First I am going to be sharing the original, I guess. and then I'll slide in the other ones. I don't know, I'm trying to not give it away yet, but like. So I'm gonna give you a hint. It is regular, and the flavored ones are either watermelon, green apple, cherry, or blue raspberry. So yeah, and in 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. It is Krabby Patties. Okay. Once I got a bunch of these, cause like I really wanted them, but then I ended up like not wanting them at all. And this last thing's kind of big. I don't know. It's pretty big, man. Oh, this is so hard to get. Hold on. Got it. Alright. I'm just gonna be trying one of these. I've had them before, but it was loud. Okay. You just shove it in your mouth. Like those people. Or you can take it apart. Or you bite into it. Or like a burger. What do? I either shove it in my mouth or bite into it. Oh my god. I just put it near my mouth and it was like, oh, like that flavor coming in. Okay. So wait, what? I do not remember it tasting like that. And it's like, I don't know if I like it or not. It's kind of a mix. Well, anyways, we're gonna move on to the flavored. And I will try all flavors for you except one, because I know I'm not gonna like it. The one I won't try is watermelon, because I hate watermelon flavored stuff. Yes, I almost got it. Alright, there. Okay, so of course the first one that comes out has to be watermelon. Blue raspberry. Oh. Yes, no. It's not marked. Wait, is it watermelon? What does it say? Okay, this one says watermelon on it. So I'm just gonna hope that this is cherry. So yeah. Okay, first I am going to try the one that I think I will like the least, which is green apple. I'm not a huge fan of green apple flavored stuff, because don't want to open. Got it. Oh, that's pretty strong. Right. So when you take it out, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna fall apart. Literally, like, the whole thing just, I just dropped a piece. It's fine. It's actually the same piece as this, so it's fine. It's fine. I'll just make it one without a burger without the top button. Alright. I don't think I'm ready. Alright. 3, 2, 1. All I can say is it's disgusting. Now, I'm gonna do the one that I think I like the second. I guess I would say that, which is blue raspberry. Oh yeah, the one I picked is cherry. It says on there. Okay. Blue raspberry. They're basically the same, it's just their buttons are different colors, which I think that's what gives them their different flavor. I'm just gonna try this part because maybe that's what gets the flavor, so yeah. That's really good. Now I'm gonna see which part I don't like. The hamburger part. Alright, so I'm going to take off the hamburger part and this part, eat this part. Oh, that's gross. Alright. I left the blue raspberry the best out of every Krabby Patty, the colored ones and the regular ones. Blue raspberries the best. We are first going our last candy. Remember, I said it's big. When I say this big, I mean the big. So I'm just gonna eat like a tiny piece of it. I'm actually really surprised that I can have it sit long ways on the table and she can't realize that it's there because it's big. Alright, in 3, 2, 1, I'll flip it, okay? 3, 2, 1. Peter Rabbit bunny, it's chocolate. It has a little book inside which I actually read. So first we have a little layer here. I don't think I was supposed to tear it like that. Oh my gosh, she's so big and like so hard. Maybe not as hard as I thought. I just broke its carrot. Is it chocolate too? Mm-mm. It's like hard icing. It's hollow on the inside. That's cool. That's so cool. It's just so hollow that with that tiny hole, this big hole, I can do this. It's like a horn. But you have to put your mouth on it like this. So it has to be like this. Then you kind of put it your mouth long ways on it. Like this. To play lower notes, you cover it like this. Higher notes, you cover it like this. After a while, where you put your mouth starts to get soft, so you have to eat it. I forgot about the story. You pull out the whole rabbit to it. And there. Now I will read this to you. So let's get started. Yeah. And it is called The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. Like Harry Potter. Okay, sorry. These are pretty long pages, but there aren't too many pages in it. There's 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 pages in this. Let's get started. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. "Now, my dears," said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, "you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pipe by Mrs. McGregor. Now run along and don't get into mischief. I'm going out." This is the picture. Then old Mrs. Rabbit took a basket and her umbrella and went through the wood to the baker's house. She bought a loaf of brown bread. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 buns. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First he ate some lettuce and some French beans, and then he ate some radishes, and then, feeling rather sick, he went to look for some parsley. But round the end of a cucumber frame, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hands and knees planting out young cabbages, but he jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief!" Peter was most dreadfully frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. That's Mr. McGregor chasing Peter Rabbit with the rake. Doesn't sound like it's gonna end well. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages and the other shoe amongst the potatoes. After losing them, he ran on 4 legs and went faster, so that he might have got away altogether, if he had not unfortunately run into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large buttons on his jacket. It was a blue jacket with brass buttons, quite new. Peter gave himself up for lost and shed big tears, but his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows who flew to him in great excitement and implored him to exert himself. There's the picture. It's like Peter Rabbit's stuck. Okay, I'm gonna show you something, guys. This is actually shaped as a heart. Did you realize that? It's shaped like it looks like a heart. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but okay, I am now going to I'm going to read. So, Mr. McGregor came up with a sieve, which he intended to prop up upon the top of Peter, but Peter wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind, and rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. It would have been a beautiful thing to hide in if it had not had so much water in it. Oh no. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hidden underneath a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Presently, Peter sneezed. Kerchie-choo! Kerchie-choo! Mr. McGregor was after him in no time and tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of a window, upsetting 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor, and he was tired of running after Peter. He went back to his work. Peter sat down to rest. He was out of breath and trembling with fright, and he had not the least idea which way to go. Also, he was very damp with sitting in that can. After a time, he began to wonder about going lipty, not very fast, and looking all around. He found a door in a wall, but it was locked, and there was no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze underneath. An old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her family in the wood. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large pea in her mouth that she could not answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. Then he tried to find his way straight across the garden, more puzzled. Presently he came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his water cans. A white cat was staring at some goldfish. She sat very, very still, but now and then the tip of her tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter thought it best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, little Benjamin Bunny. There's Peter crying with the little what is it? It's a little rat, I think. No, it's a mouse. That took a while for me to figure it out. But yeah. He went back towards the tool shed, but suddenly, quite close to him, he heard the scratch, 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 scratch. Peter scuttered. Hold up. I just missed like a whole freaking line. Let me restart. He went back toward the tool shed, but suddenly, quite close to him, he heard this noise of a scratch, 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 scratch. Peter scuttered underneath the bushes, but presently, as nothing happened, he came out and climbed upon a wheelbarrow and peeped over. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor hoeing his onions. His back was turned toward Peter, and beyond him was the gate. Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow, and he started running as fast as he can. along a straight walk behind some black currant bushes. Thus, Peter in the wheelbarrow. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the wood outside the garden. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and the shoes for a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Peter never stopped running or looked behind him till he got home to the big fir tree. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. Mother was busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second little jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost in a fortnight. Yeah. And this is our last page. Alright. Okay. So, I am sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother put him to bed and made him some chamomile tea, and she gave a dose of it to Peter, 1 tablespoon to be taken at bedtime. But Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. The end. Hope you enjoyed the book. I also hope you enjoyed trying all these candies. I'm quite a mess.